Hey guys, in this video I'd like to talk about the recent video that Chi Memorial put out. That's the hospital where she works. So they put out another video just kind of showing all of them together. I don't know if this was to kind of show people that Tiffany's okay despite fainting from her vagal response. And so they put out this short 20-second clip. I mean, it's short enough we can even just play this and kind of check it out. Here she is kind of giggling with other nurses. Kind of pans across the stairwell for the photo op. So they're just kind of showing, hey, all these nurses got vaccinated and we're mission accomplished, if you will. But unfortunately, and I feel like they know this video created more questions than than answers. It provided more questions than answers, because there are a lot of problems with this person. Now, maybe you think that's Tiffany, but to me that looks like a similar person, but there's a lot of things about this that just don't add up. The first thing that I noticed, and I'm not the only one, a lot of people noticed this. First of all, the hair's parted in the middle. Not exactly case closed, but it's very strange because you never see Tiffany do that. And some people pointed out this necklace right here, but she has multiple versions of that necklace. I've seen it on Instagram, so I wouldn't say that that's a strong piece of evidence. But another thing that has really stood out to me is that this woman appears to be about 25 or 30 pounds heavier. Tiffany is a really petite woman. I would estimate, and she's also very short. I would estimate she's like 5'1" or 5'2", probably about 115 pounds. If you go through her Instagram, you can see she's a tiny woman. She has a really thin neck and really petite features in general. And another thing that I thought was really peculiar is that you'll notice that this woman shown in this video has really straight eyebrows, and that may just be how her expression is and how she's just kind of got a stoic look in this. She's kind of smiling a little bit because they're giggling. But you would think you would see more of an arch to her eyebrow, because if you go through pictures, you see this little arch in her eyebrow. And you can, I mean, does this look like the same woman to you? Like it just doesn't to me. Let's bring this over here. Like this woman here, this is sort of zoomed in. But that just looks like a different person to me. It looks like a similar person, but it does look like a different person. Maybe I'm wrong, but for me, the eyes just look a lot more colorful over here. I understand there's better lighting. By the way, drinking orange juice today. You got to water it down. They put way too much. It's always way too sweet. Put like 2/3 water. And this woman just looks much broader. Look at that neck and the shoulders. I mean, this woman, I would estimate, is like 145, 150 pounds. And I would estimate, my personal opinion, I believe Tiffany, look at those shoulders, are much smaller. I would say she's about 150, 120. Especially standing next to her husband. Her husband towers over her. He's probably about 6'3", 6'2". He's just much taller than her. So this is real Tiffany. For sure. So we're just going to kind of go through some photos here and just sort of do an analysis of what real Tiffany actually looks like. You notice how she always parts her hair. Typically every I went through her whole Instagram. I never found an instance where she parts it in the middle ever. So the hairline just appears to be a lot different. She either parts it from this side or doesn't part it at all. I've never seen her part it directly in the middle, and the way it kind of like curls out on this new Tiffany, I've never seen that. You see how it kind of does this curl out thing. I mean, I'm not a hairstyle expert, but I've never seen Tiffany's hair look quite like that. And I mean, look at the hair coloring even. It's like more brown. See how it's like kind of almost like a black. Look at this. It's quite dark. But here you have kind of like brown highlights on Tiffany, like these blondish brown highlights going on. And here you simply don't have that. So like, did she dye her hair? Like, what is going on there? It's very peculiar. So this is just an example of, like, why would they put this out? And they must have known that this was going to create more questions than, you know, it's not answering a lot of people's questions. Like, why couldn't she speak? There's a lot of eyes out there that want to know and find out if she's okay. Can she talk? Is she speaking? Is it the same voice? I mean, it would be kind of hard to fake her voice, right? People would be a little too obvious, but you can kind of have her stand on the stairwell with a mask on where you can't even see her facial features. And it's not really reassuring to see that. Here's real Tiffany explaining. Actually, this is the one where she fainted. So here's real Tiffany, and I'm just going to kind of point out that arch in her eyebrows. Kind of arches right there. It's like thick, and then it arches up. Thick, and then it arches up. That's real Tiffany here with her husband. And this is some other, I don't know who this is. That doesn't look like Tiffany with the part in the middle. Her name tag says Tiffany. Personally, I don't know who this is. I don't know that I don't believe that that's Tiffany. It just looks like a body double. It looks like a stunt double. Look at her eyebrows. Thick arch. Thick arch. Very petite features. Tiny neck. Look how tiny that neck is. Tiny neck. That neck looks much bigger to me. Not a giant difference, but it does. I do see a difference there. Arching eyebrows, arching eyebrows. And you'll always notice too, she has this tiny look. She does have freckles, especially in the summertime. You can go on Instagram. You'll see that she gets freckles in the summertime. She gets sun exposure. Her freckles will come out. And she always has this one above her eyebrow right here. And sometimes in the center. And compared to this forehead, I don't know, like this looks like really rough. It almost looks like little craters in the skin. Like it's kind of from a distance, so it's hard to tell what's going on there. But her skin, this skin here looks much rougher. So I don't know what's going on. And again, look how straight the eyebrows are. Those don't look like Tiffany's eyebrows. So, again, look how tiny this neck is. This is a tiny woman. These are all pictures within the last year or two, okay? So I don't think she put on a bunch of the quarantine 15 or anything like that. This is a totally different person. Side by side, look at that neck and the shoulders. These shoulders are broader. And this is just a random note from me. This doesn't look like Tiffany's style. This is my personal opinion, okay? This red V-neck does not look like something. Tiffany is a very feminine woman. She likes very feminine, girly styles. This looks like more of a simple style. It looks like, even at work, it doesn't look like something that she would wear to work. That's my opinion. If you go through, she wears V-necks like this, like the glittery, you know, I understand that she's at work, but even at work, she would find a way to have something that's a little bit more of a feminine, playful style. That's kind of like who she is. Note again, there's the nose, the teeth. You know, I'd love to know what she looks like with the mask off, but they didn't let her talk to the media. So people are going to start asking why. People have, I mean, the Pfizer and Chi Memorial, these people need to understand that people have a lot of questions. And, you know, this mid-range camera angle of someone that looks like her isn't going to be reassuring. There they are again, side by side. Bright, colorful eyes, dark eyes. Part is totally different. Brownish hair, dark hair. Similar necklace, similar watch. They've got the jewelry right, it seems. But I don't think they got the rest of it right. There she is at work. Just another photo, kind of showing how she parts her hair. Very consistent, similar eyebrows. Again, another photo. Again, with the eyebrows, I just kind of going through some of these photos, just reinforcing what she looks like. Parting her hair. That's how she typically parts her hair. So why they rolled out this doppelganger with a part in the middle. Your guess is as good as mine. Look how tiny she is compared. That's her like 12 or 13, 12-year-old daughter in this picture, I believe. I mean, she's about the same height as a 12-year-old. It's a tiny person. So it's very mysterious. You know, in summary, I'll just say I do not believe this is Tiffany. I would like to see her actually come out and talk to the media like she did initially. So before the vaccine, she's talking to the media. She's personable. She's very charismatic, bubbly, bright. Good on the, she's good on the microphone. She's a good speaker. But after, they got her at mid-range camera shots, tucked away behind a mask. Looks like a different person. Looks like the vaccine put on 30 pounds. I guess vaccine causes weight gain. I don't know what the deal is here. Makes you change your hairstyle. Makes you do your hair different. The eyes do look a little similar in terms of the shape. But yeah, this is just really creepy. Like, what is going on here? I understand a lot of people will think this is her, and they'll think people are just crazy and just being conspiracy theorists or whatever. But to me, it just doesn't look like the same person. It looks like a similar person, but not quite her. The hair is totally different. The eyes are different. The eyebrows are different. Forehead is different. The hairline is different. The weight is different. So this is very peculiar. Let me know what you think, and leave some comments down below, like the video, etc. And yeah, see you guys next time. Later.